Hey, friend here. Some good news. I finally got my formal diagnosis, and it basically states that I have anxiety to the level it actually is. I have depression as bad as it actually is, and that medication is helping, but it's still there. Um, it also states that there's anxiety there, so comorbidities formally recognized, the main issue formally recognized, and I can go through the arduous process of trying to get a pension now. This will be the second time I've gone through the process of getting a pension. It's just this time around I will have the actual paperwork to back me up, so even if I get a few points short of the actual test like I did last time, I can wave this bit of paper around and get it anyway, because it states I'm as bad as I actually am. And it's hard being me because people don't realize that they see me being 50% of what everyone else can do, and with behavior and all that shit, and don't realize that I'm actually putting in 110%, if not more, and then I'm getting slapped on the wrist to the point of, why should I even try? I just went to share good news with some acquaintances, and I got, well, what's wrong with you? So I told them what's wrong with me. And next thing I know, they're like, oh, so you're getting a pension because you're just antisocial. It's like, no, I'm trying to get a pension because I just don't function. I struggle looking after myself. I struggle being independent. It's not easy having to build yourself up from nothing, quite literally. So, of course, these people are going, alright, let's change the subject to something happy. It's like, well, I brought up something happy, but you clipped my wings on that because you have no idea how happy it makes my family and I to have this piece of paper saying that I have a formal diagnosis. A piece of paper that's cost us almost $2,000 to get. A piece of paper that's taken us over 3 years to get. So now I'm upset because these ignorant, bigoted assholes who have no concept of mental health have just completely blown the wind down my sails, because I'm trying to share good news of something that my family and I have been working hard for. We've finally gotten. And apparently I'm not good enough, well, I'm not bad enough to warrant a pension, because I don't have anything physically wrong with my actual body. But if you were to dissect my brain, you will find all kinds of convoluted shit going on. Hell, I can't even process my own serotonin, for crying out loud. So, I've got the paperwork. The next step is to go through the whole process of going into the government building, Centrelink and all that, and getting it formalized to try and get payments. Once I'm on the pension, I will be getting a lot more help, a lot more open doors and avenues that I need if I'm to ever be fully based, what's the word? If I'm to cease to be dependent on my parents, and my close friends. I'm gonna need it. And living in a rural town doesn't help, because I don't have a car. And for me to get a job, I'm gonna need a car. And I can't afford that on my wage. How the hell am I supposed to get a job in line with my training if I can't get there? How the hell am I even supposed to hold down a job? Most jobs that are available are junior positions, and I'm over the age of 18. Most jobs require dealing with people, and that, just the concept of it, brings me to an anxiety attack. Not being able to breathe is not a fun thing. And to have spurgy breakdowns in the middle of public is equally not as fun. I don't want to be in those kind of positions. So yay! I got what we've been working so hard to get. All we need now is to go through the formal channels so that I can get the help that I was supposed to have over 10 years ago. Because I'm tired of being on this fucking treadmill. I'm tired of being sent into education just to be spat out and expected to get a job that doesn't exist. I'm tired of trying and failing. I really am. I'm still recovering from that big ass breakdown I had over 3 years ago. And I'm still dealing with how to cope with all my issues. I only found out the other week that you can have more than one emotion at the same time. That's something that you're supposed to figure out when you're a lot younger. The biggest issue with me is people see the outside. They see the result of a lot of hard work. They don't see what's happening on the underside of the elegant swan of the legs flipping frantically, trying to stay afloat. They don't see all the facets. They just want to see the sparkles they want to see. And it's hard. Life is hard, but for some people, it's a lot harder. Trust me when I say life is a lot harder for me than you can even comprehend. Even though I look well off, I really am not. So over and out from the furry and Finley.